Hello, we're back. Part 2 of the newly booted peasant, and I might still call it. I think the series is still going to be the Shoeless Peasant.
Oh yeah. Totally
But-
is.
But yeah. So we're on the road, making haste to Tevenant Torin.
Okay.
To try to speak with Lady Spenger and see if there's any any wizards with flying eagles to aid a peasant in this ridiculous effort. So, yeah, and I think if you Tobin and Torn is actually on the which road is it on? It's actually on the
Lost Road or the Spite Road, depending on.
the Lost Road or the Spite Road, but there was like a connected up to the Jeweled Road somehow. Yeah. So we head out, and Rena takes a big gulp of morning air and starts practicing the mournful tune of the Soldier's Lament.
Boss says, "You want me to take you to Tavonar Torrent?"
Yes. Did the dwarves give us any supplies?
A little bit of food.
Okay. I think Kerbika, when we got into the when we had his stuff loaded up, there was like a ton of stuff, but I imagine most of that he took.
Right. And a lot of it you guys ate on the way there. So, Voss takes you off road because in order to get to Tovanar Torrent quickly, you gotta have to cut across.
Yeah.
So you're taking like goat paths and such. Like little shepherd's paths.
Yeah. Which is good because our cart can take it, and it's also the kind of stuff I think it seems like he knows.
Right.
So yeah. And I think Bina is kind of, I don't know, she's really struggling with that not working out, and is a little afraid that she's backtracking now and that she's going to be losing out on an opportunity, or she's losing opportunities that she had with the dwarves. She was not close necessarily to wheel halt, but she saw the wheel for the first time, and so there's definitely I think it's pretty, like, once she's done with her practice, I think it's pretty quiet on the ride, because I don't think Voss is much of a conversationalist, and usually she is, but right now she's just kind of mulling, thinking through her thoughts, trying to figure out if she has any like allies who will be willing to help in this. There's plenty of people who agree with her, but most of them aren't willing to actually help out. Iagdalin was kind of an impossible hope, but
a couple of days into the journey, Voss turns to you, and I feel like a normal person it would have been a couple of hours, but with Voss it's a couple of days.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
You're up in the morning, and you've eaten your bacon, and it's probably even the last of the bacon because they probably gave you just enough to get back to Garkage.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "We should be at Tovanar Toran tomorrow. What do you hope to accomplish there?"
Practically speaking, I want to warn them. I want to warn Lady Svenger that the host is behind us, and that she should pull up all of her fortifications and retreat to the Dukes to the east. Otherwise, she'll be destroyed by the passing of the dwarves. If I can be this bold, though, there was a wizard there when we were there last. If he's still there, wizards know about things about dragons. This is all outside of my realm, but it's maybe not outside of his.
He stops the pony and says, Tolvan Toran had fine walls and fine knights and fine guards guarding them. Why do you think the dwarves would pull that down? This isn't even on their way. Well, are you trying to stop this war, or are you trying to stop from going home?
I can't go home right now. I can't go home empty-handed. I can't go home with nothing but doom to give everybody. I have nothing to tell the Etharch. She has no reason to even let me speak to her, let alone listen to any of my words. I don't have the star. I don't have her consort.
You're a servant. What makes you think you'll have any of these things, Bina? You're an amazing person, and to have done what you've done is incredible. I'm in awe of you. I'm not trying to hold you down. I'm not trying to be your husband. I know he's negative. I know he's mundane in a way that makes you mad. But none of this is your responsibility. If you want your daughter to be safe, let's go get her and move her somewhere safe. You say Dukes to the East will be safe? Let's get her and take her to the Dukes to the East. We're ahead of the host. We know that. At some point, you have to admit that this is no longer about the war and it's something else.
Right now, as it stands, I just thought we had a chance. I thought we were going to go like the song sang, and we were going to stop this madness. We would prevent hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people from dying for no reason because two people got drunk and decided to go into a dragon's vault. Who does that? Idiots. And now everyone's going to war over it. And there has to be something that can be done about it. War is not a force of nature. It's not a wind, the earth shaking or the winds blowing. It's a decision made by people who could decide otherwise. They don't have any need. The elves don't need the dwarves' resources, their lands, their anything. The dwarves don't need it. There's no scarcity causing this inevitable clash. There's a stupid mistake. And somebody has got to be able to get through to somebody who can make a decision to not do this. If we go to Karakagi and we flee to the east, maybe we will live. Yes, you're right. But we won't have accomplished anything. The only thing we'll have to show for it is a nice pair of boots. If you have ideas, I'm open. But right now,
I have no ideas. And then let's go home get your daughter and take her somewhere else.
I can't do that. Not when there's a chance that. One moment. I'm going to consult Bina's beliefs. When you're in doubt as a player about what your character.
Yeah, and that isn't all Judd like telling you. That's just like, I just don't want you to think that I'm.
No. I think, but I do think that. I mean, Bina has, generally speaking, like had a direction, had a purpose. Right now, she is totally grasping at straws. Right now,
Yeah.
and so I think Voss could see it, and he's called her out on it, and the question is, does she stick to her guns or does she relent? The Soldiers of Men is more than a sad song. I'll convince Bulat to call back the host. Failed. The concert disappeared in the vault. I'll find him or his remains. Maybe. But I'm going the wrong direction.
Right.
And I don't know any way to get there. The Elves are unparalleled. I will learn to sing so I do not learn it again.
I think, as Vas told you, the next day, you get to Tovanar Torin. The guards recognize you and let you in.
And as soon as Bina's in, she asks if the wizard Rasma, like she should ask, she knows that she should ask to have an audience with Lady Svenger, but instead she asks if the wizard Rasmus is still there.
Yeah, I think like the servants meet you in the courtyard, and they say, "We'll see. Why don't we go around to the servants' entrance and we'll put you up again."
I thank you for your kindness, but I must speak with the wizard if he is here. I think she's pushing it. You want me to make a circles roll?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is it even in any of your what?
No, it's not. It's
okay.
Not let me look up. So I don't know if circles includes people you already know though.
Right.
Is it only folks within your life paths, or does it also include folks that you have encountered in play?
That's interesting.
And I'm pretty sure it's explicit about it. I just don't know. I'm gonna look it up. This is good radio right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Circles.
Naming the unknown. Enemies to friends. Disposition character can change. Advancing in rank, reputations, found stars. Each character has a relationship aptitude equal to 10 minus the circle's exponent if the reputation is favorable, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like not really, because you can turn someone into a relationship.
Right.
So
yeah, peasant hunter can know a peddler, even his grandfather, but he can't and won't know a king, a sea captain, or high-ranking religious official. These characters are beyond the circles of the player, whose characters all peasant setting life paths.
Yeah.
The player's narration creates. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just. Yeah, is he here or is he not? Right.
Yeah, I think they tell you like he's in. He's in council with the Duchess.
Very well. I have news for them. News of the Dwarven host moving south.
They know this.
I can speak to their numbers and to their speed and their position.
Do you need some rest? We have a warm room for you if you'd like. And you can see, like, in her eyes, like, because you would do this. I think I'm not going to tell you what Bina thinks, but you know what you would do if someone came in of your station asking for your duke, or not your duke, but like your knight or someone. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I look and I'm like, I know I'm speaking out of turn. How long have they been in council? Has it been days? Will they break for food? Can I speak with them without disturbing them? She's trying to find that sort of base.
Make a roll.
I'm gonna test peasant wise or work wise.
Yeah, I'll let you like get a wise. The ob is 3.
All right, I'm gonna test peasant wise, and I'm gonna fork in work wise.
Cool.
If that sounds good. And
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think gossip or wife or sell or lazy wise.
I would let gossip be in.
Yeah. Oh, because there's sort of the scandal around him.
Yeah.
All right. The dice are not in my favor. I'm going to spend a persona on this. Still probably not in my favor, but let's see what we can do. Peasant wise is B2. I've got 2 helping die. I've got 2 forks and 1 Artha, and Obvious 3. Did it go through? Nope. Failed and didn't get any 6s.
Got it.
So it was a difficult test.
She walks away and she asks you to wait there. And you're in the hallway in like a side servants entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And a man at arms comes with a cudgel. And he's got like a chain hood that's down by his neck, and a coif that's down by his neck, and a chain shirt with a tabard on it with the colors of Tofanar Toran. And he says, "It's time for you to be heading out, miss." We're all grateful that you brought news of the doom, but we're done now. You can feel Voss getting really tense next to you. Really still.
What was that last bit?
You can feel Voss getting really tense and still next to you. It reminds you how like when the elves get still and they're like in a predatory state. Both of you, get the fuck out.
She squeezes his hand. She squeezes Voss's hand to reassure him and says, of course. Thank you for your hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
She says in a somewhat biting tone.
Yeah.
Biting tone.
He says, all right now. All right.
How we know the way out. And
yeah, he walks you out.
He walks us out. Okay. I was wondering if I was going to test stealthy to sneak in.
I mean, he walks you to the gate and then he turns around and walks away. You can absolutely try to stealth your way in.
Yeah.
I mean, there are guards who do have observation. Boss says, is this what you want?
I say, it's funny. I'm pausing as a player because this is one of those things where like I've played lots of very heroic characters who are just like try anything, whatever it takes to win. And Bina is not, generally speaking, you know, she keeps persisting, but not in the face of not under these sort of circumstances where it's like someone's just going to say, I've had enough of you. And
it's coming.
She knows that she's on the razor's edge of that. She's just right on the edge of just like, that's it. We've had enough. And that's going to be, she's going to be locked up in a cell. She's going to be killed.
Yeah.
And so, like every part of her is saying, run away, get in the cart, get out of here.
Yeah.
And that's probably the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna risk it.
Oh shit.
All right. I say I just need get the cart ready. I'll be back in a moment. And when the guard turns around, I'm gonna try. I know where the meeting room is, and I'm gonna try and sneak in.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually try. I mean, I'm assuming that like, tell me this: am I fortuitous enough to like know when? Nah, never mind. I was gonna say I want to like sneak into the wizard's chambers, but I don't have time. I don't have time to wait for him to get back.
Yeah.
If I knew he was there now, it would be great. Okay. We're rolling a stealthy versus observation.
Yeah.
I would like to bring in.
Yeah, I just rolled a bunch of dice, but it was a mistake. So ignore that die.
Okay.
I made a mistake.
No problem. I would like to fork in peasant wise. I would like to fork in peasant wise, so I think I know my way around the places that.
You have stealthy?
I have stealthy.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Fork in peasant wise, absolutely, because you're trying to sneak by peasants.
Yep. And I'd also like to fork in lazy wise, as I think I know when people are like guard duty. They know an army is coming, and like that's a major concern. They don't have to be paying a lot of attention to internal.
Yep, they're not looking for you. Yeah.
So, and I'm going to spend a persona as well.
Awesome. I got 1 success.
All right. Well, I think I can beat that. Got 5 dice if this thing will ever click. Sorry, all. I have not been keeping the. I've not been keeping the screen visible. All right, come on, Stealthy. You can do this. There we go. Ah, lost it. Okay, modifiers 2. Martha 1. Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're just not. They did not think you were going to do that.
I didn't think I was going to do that.
They're not looking for you. And you just slink it.
Yeah.
And I think like you know where the council chambers are, and as you are walking up to the door, the wizard walks out with like a cup of tea.
And like Bina like gasps, like she's like so like startled that like someone's coming out, and then she sees him and she's like and like freezes for a moment, and then just Wizard Rasmus.
Miss Janos,
Yes.
what are you?
I need to talk to you. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm no longer a welcome guest.
You're very brave. What brings you here?
Or stupid. You. I don't have time to. I don't have. We don't have time to discuss all the nuances of this, but you know I've spoken with the elves, and she like I think there's like a if it's in the hallway, I think there's maybe like a bench, and she puts her boot up on the bench, and she flips up the flap, and she points to the Princess Bulat's seal, and she says, "Now I've spoken with the Dwarven Prince, and I know the reason for the war, and I know how to prevent it, but I have very little time, and I need a miracle, and the closest thing I've ever understood to miracles is wizards, and so I'm coming to you, and I'm begging for your help." Princess, the Etharks, I'm going to speak to you as though you understand all these things because you're a wizard and you're wise. And if I say anything that doesn't make sense, ask me to explain. But the Etharks consort, the prince, as it were, of the elves, went to visit. He came with a star, an object of great value. The dwarves have claimed the star as a gift, and the prince has disappeared. But he hasn't disappeared. He went into the vault. He went into the vault where the dragon was driven back, and he went with the prince's brother, the dwarven prince's brother, Prince Bulat's brother, and they haven't returned. The vault is in the northernmost parts of the region of the dwarven hold. I cannot make it there safely, and I don't know like what the equivalent of like crossing your fingers is, but it's like she does the like every hope for good luck, and she says, but I pray on the burning wheel that you can aid me in making it there with enough speed that we could find at least find what happened to the two princes before war is upon us. There must be some way.
So you want us to fly there?
Yes. Is that? Yes, that's what I want. She does not know anything. She's just like.
And then once we get there, what?
Then we look for signs of the dwarves. They came with a host. They came with friends. There will be marks that they left. There'll be signs of passage. And many dwarves have not been to the vault for many years. And we'll find where they went. And if
they went in to kill the dragon,
they wouldn't go to kill the dragon. They know that's impossible.
If they did go in to kill the dragon, what will you do then, Miss Janos?
I will find a scrap of clothing. I will find a mark of the consort. I will find some proof that I can return to the Ethark with. Some proof that they're gone.
You won't. You won't.
I will I will enter the vault and look for them.
And the
She says
dragon will kill you, as it has done to hundreds before you. And
then
of those
why?
hundreds, you are less leal than all of them, but more brave than all of them too. Miss Janos, your bravery is inspiring to me. But
For what good has it done though? People have said flowery words to me, and people have spoken of this, but what has it accomplished? Nothing. No one has been willing to change their mind. No one has been willing to see the wisdom. Everyone understands what's happening, and no, it doesn't matter. And I appreciate your kind words. I truly do, but they're not going to stop this war. I know what I'm asking is.
I'm fascinated that what you want to do is move immovable objects and not your family. When you're stuck under something, a boulder, you don't move the boulder, you move yourself. You want to move the boulder. And that's the problem. You're trying to move boulders, and you've been given no tools for that kind of work. You've never been trained to do this.
Well,
you're doing things that if people were here who had the training to do it, they would consider it a near impossible task.
But none of them are trying.
Because, and that's something that's wrong with the world. And once we have your family somewhere safe, we can figure that out. But we need to get your family somewhere safe.
Would you come with me to the duchy to get my family somewhere safe? If I can have my cake and eat it too, trust me, I would love to see my family safe. I'm not trying to abandon them. I just don't know that I have any answers for them right now besides fleeing. And don't get me wrong, fleeing seems like a really, really smart choice, but it's not going to stop the war.
It is not going to stop the war. You are correct. I don't believe any of us have the power to do that.
But we do. Everyone does. Anyone who could speak to the Etharch and give her a reason. I know the truth. And if she would listen, but she's not going to listen to me. I need more proof. I need something that she will respond to. I need no glory in this. If you want to speak to an elven queen or whatever that means, I'm happy to relay anything to anyone who would speak to her, but no one is trying.
And the door opens behind you to the council chambers, and you hear this musical voice saying, "Have we begun the discussions again out here?" And the wizard looks pained, and the elf who took your eye walks out of the council chambers.
I step back.
Shall we make a steel test?
Yeah. That seems very appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can get difficult steel tests.
If you are dealing with magic or demons or things like that, it can get.
Well, that's the thing, is all my steel tests are by nature challenging. They're all
right. Oh, interesting.
They're all too high. I have B5 with Ob 7. So
right.
I should look at how you get advantage dice on steel tests. I'm
Sure.
just trying to figure out how I can raise my steel so that I'm better at this. I know I'm going to fail it, but my hope is I just can get. Um, anyway, I'm going to look up what sort of advantage dice you might be able to. Steel test 361. All right. Being startled by something mundane, feeling safe in a group of friend or allies. That's not a thing.
Right.
Yep, I don't see anything. That's I'm gonna have to like call for steel test when my daughter yells boo at me. Okay. Come on. Trying to use the fancy die roller. There we go. Oop. Yep. So I hesitate for 6 rounds, and I'm not
Okay.
standing still and drooling because last time I did this guy took my eye. I run.
Okay.
I run to boss or run
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah.
I run and don't stop and yell, "Let's flee!"
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think you run screaming, and the the guards look like get up and look alarmed, and you run into the cart, and Voss clucks and gets the cart moving.
Yeah, I think Bina is sort of panting and shaking. She's shaking in fear.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you Voss is getting out of town? Is that where you want
yeah,
to go?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, we're leaving town.
Um,
And I
you you get out past the gate, and there's like actually something you didn't notice on your way in, and that wasn't here last time. Is there's like a little shanty town up against the wall, like 6, 7 dozen people. And Voss says, "Should we head in there?"
No, let's go to Karakagi. I mean, well, let me. Boss can probably tell me whether I'm wrong. Like, do we have the supplies to even go? Do we have to stop it? Bina doesn't have the census right now. She says, "Take me home. Take me back to my daughter."
He nods and takes you back towards the Jeweled Road or towards Karakage.
Cool.
And I think we can end there.
Yeah, that's good.
I really put a beating on Bina. That was rough. Like she just, I'm sorry. I feel like I've never had a game where I've told someone no in so many ways. Like
Yeah.
last game was all like, yes, take a chance. Yeah, yeah. And like this game was like, no, 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 no.
Not that. Not
The
the
door's closed to you. And I mean, I don't know. I hope that wasn't too frustrating. I apologize if it was.
No, it wasn't. Not frustrating at all. It was daunting. It was hard to figure out what to do next because
Right.
like it's one of those things where it's like in real life sometimes things just don't work out and there's not like, well, then here's the next thing to do. Like I quite literally did not know what to do and being
Yeah.
what to do, and so I was grasping at things, just trying
Mm-hmm.
stuff out, and it was not working and not working and not working. So, but you know, I have another idea now. So
Cool. What is the idea?
to go get my daughter and run to the east,
Okay.
to get out from under the boulder.
Got it.
Right? It's not heroic. It's not going to stop a war, but it's also going to keep my loved one safe, maybe. So, you know, and by now Deke must know that stuff's happening, and if he doesn't, I'm no longer going to listen to him and his you know his I don't know pedant, you know, his mundane sort of, let's just stay here and everything will be fine.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to be back in Karakage next game. That's going to be really neat.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be.
I mean, Bina has changed quite a bit since she left Karakage, and
Karakage will have changed, right? I mean,
absolutely.
There's just no doubt about it.
Okay, let's do Artha.
Artha, yeah.
The Elves' wrath is unparalleled. I will learn to sing so that I do not earn it again. Oh man. If I hadn't failed that steel test, which I knew I was going to fail, I was going to try and sing for the elf to save my life. Like that was my
nice.
I should have written an instinct. When you encounter an elf that's removed your eye, sing for them. But yeah, it didn't come up.
Okay.
I will convince Prula to call my those. I sure tried.
You tried. Take a fate.
The concert disappeared from the vault. I will find Amber's remains. I think I tried that too. I didn't.
You did. I'll give you a fate for that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Every day on the road, practice singing. Did not come up. Whenever insulted by a noble, show them respect instead of ire. I think that came in when I was talking to the warden. I don't know that it drove. I don't know that it got me into trouble though.
Yeah, not particularly.
But it didn't. Every night aimed to her positions didn't matter. Ambitious, not really this time. I didn't feel like it was driving her. She was more being driven by fear.
Interesting.
I mean, yes,
I don't know. I disagree. I disagree, man. I mean, I think you walked into that place like you were going to be like a welcome noble guest. Like, I think
that's true. And I snuck in to talk to the wizard.
Yeah, I mean, that was not ambitious. That was nuts. But yeah.
Yeah, fair. Early riser did come up. It drove play in so much as that I was able to get in front of the hosts.
Yeah, it didn't really make anything unforeseen though.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. A little fat, didn't matter. Claustrophobic, one eye taken. Yeah. The one eye taken.
Yeah.
Absolutely just completely drove my choices, which were I am fleeing with all possible speed. I'm not going to try and talk to you or anything. Charming or mind-numbing work? I don't think so. So that's 2, 4 fate and no persona. All right. I moved to 16 fate and 2 persona. Cool. Awesome. That was a rough game.
That was rough. That was a lot of no.
It was a lot of no, yeah. Sometimes that's how it rolls. I wanted to, leverage the gift, and I had like, I'll get the dwarven host to go with, and we'll go up to the vault, and yada yada yada. And then when that didn't happen, I just kind of was like, there was no plan B. So, and then it's funny because I talked to Yagdalin, I talked to Rasmus and Voss, like all these people who ostensibly had more power in the setting, but also had more responsibility. Not necessarily Voss, but Yeah, it's such a funny lesson, and like you have to kill your own snakes. Voss is like, we should go home, 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 and Vita's like, no, 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 I'm gonna make it work. And then she literally comes running, screaming, "Let's go home!"
Yeah.
Uh, Oof. All right, good times. Well,
Rough. All right.
yeah, rough times indeed. But thank you just the same um, for playing that game with me. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Karakage is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anywho, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. This was a challenging game, but a fun one, and I'm excited for the next one. I'm Sean. I use he/him pronouns. You can find me on everywhere as Sean Nittner. Tomorrow night I'll be running for the Queen, as is will I be on Wednesday, and then the following week we're going to be playing some more Agon. So lots of good stuff on the channel coming up soon. Oh, and we're also playtesting a game about witches called Coven. So all kinds of things happening on the channel. So come on back and join us. How about you, Judd?
Yeah, Judd, he, him. I'm still getting I just got 4 boxes of Dictionary of Moo in the mail this week, so that should go out soon. So if you want to be in that first shipment, definitely pick one up.
Nice.
And the link is in the notes in the chat. And yeah, that's about it. Other than that, things are good.
Cool. Awesome.
That was crazy. That was rough. I feel bad. I just felt like I was just like, and I didn't want Voss to be like negging her, you know, but he just was honestly telling her like, this is, yeah, I wanted it because I feel like he really is in awe of her. But there's a point where it's like, what the F? Like,
right. You can't win this, Bina. Stop trying to ice skate uphill.
Right. As Blade would say.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean it is tough when the player like fails a roll and you're just like, well, I guess that's bad. And I did that a whole lot. But I got a couple. That mattered. And it was still great just to have those few moments of pulling something together. So thanks for giving me that moment in the hall with Rasmus, and yeah, this is good stuff.
Cool.
And we'll come back, and I'm sure Judd and I will play again next time we have a free night because this game is too good not to. So with that, see you guys all in the laters.
Good night, folks.